Hello and welcome to Silver Sneakers here at Shalom Park. Well, we're actually in my backyard. Sorry I couldn't be with you today, but this is even better. You get a video of me. So I'm going to just run it straight through as if we were in a Silver Sneakers class. So let's go ahead and start marching. I know there's no music, but you're going to just listen to your favorite tunes in your head. All right, I want you to be sure to hold in your gem, which this month is a diamond. Hold it in your belly button. Taking some nice deep breaths in and out. Now, your Silver Sneakers chair does not look like this. This was the closest I could get here at my house. Deep breath in and exhale. Watch out for the pretty leaves on your branches. And exhale, circle those shoulders. Go ahead and keep marching or keep your feet on the ground. Taking some nice deep breaths in and out. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down as you circle. So today we're going to do a 45-minute class. So be ready for some water breaks. We'll use the hand weights. You'll find some various weights behind you over by the weight machines. You'll find bands in the equipment room. April will get you what you need. 4 more. 3, 2. Now pick up your heels and pull back. Squeezing through your leg muscles to the front, stretching to the back, squeezing. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5. How many? Yes. Now 3, 2. Heels to the front. Push, pull, push, push, and pull. Always thinking of your diamond, holding it in. That will protect your low back. It will also work those abdominal muscles. 4 more. 3, 2. Switch those arms, circling. Are you breathing, class?
Yep.
I thought I heard you say yep. 3, 2, reverse the circle. 8, 7, 6, 4. I had to breathe. 3, 2, lift the knees up. Opposite arm to leg. We're getting that heart rate up a little bit. We're also warming up the larger muscle groups of the body. And 4, 3, 2, let's go to kicks. Now, keep your chair in your line of vision just so that you don't forget there's a chair there. It's nice with Silver Sneakers. You're supposed to always teach with a chair. I love that because you have a place to safely put your stuff. So it's not on the floor where you might forget it and step over it or trip over it. And 4 more. 3, 2. Now opposite arm to leg. Push and push, push. Still standing tall, holding in that diamond. How we doing, Gray?
Oh, good, I think.
Good. 7, 6. Are those hip flexors feeling it? 4, 3, 2. Taps to the back. Here we go.
Tap, tap,
Good.
tap, tap.
Not too much from the peanut gallery, please. Squeezing a glutes. Those glutes. That's helping the leg straighten to the back. 8, 7, 6, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow those legs down. You are going to take your left foot forward, your right foot back. If you want support from your chair, you're going to hold on. We're going to bring a leg up and then back for a nice stretch of that hip flexor. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Just hold that in a stretch so your chest is lifted. You're long right through here, and you're going to reach and then pull down. Reach, pull down. Let's do 8, 7, 6. If you want that other arm free, you're just running with that arm. 3 more. And 2. Last one, marching. All right, so great. I'm gonna come to this side. Can you still see me? You can still see me. All right, we're still marching. 8, 7, 6. Hi, everybody. 4, 3, 2, and now put your left leg forward, your right leg back. No, that's how we did it. So switch again. Your right leg forward, left leg back. Bring that left knee up and back, up and back, up and back. Keep breathing. 7, 6, 5. How many now?
3.
April, did they say 4, 3, 2, and now 1? Good. All right, and just hold this up nice and tall, reaching in between those pretty branches, and pull down and lift. Squeezing through that shoulder blade if you'd like. Add that opposite arm, front and back. This might feel a little coordination tricky here because we're not doing the same thing both sides. You should feel your brain working. 2 more and 1 more. Good. All right, step widely. Can you still see me? Hands are on the legs. You're going to be flat through your back. Look out across the room or the yard. We need to clean up over there. All right, drop your chin down and curl up through your low back. This is the cat, meow, and then the cow, moo, and the cat, meow, cow, moo. This should feel good. Cat, meow, cow, moo, and now cat all the way up. Curling, curling, circle those shoulders back. Come back over to the right side of your chairs. Wiggle your fingers, roll your wrists. Reverse the roll. Good. All right, and just lift 1 foot up, circle through the ankle. Snap, crackle, pop, reverse that circle. Then drop your leg a little so you're not getting too much stress on the hip flexor. Point and flex and point and flex. Let's go a little faster. Point and flex, point and flex. So anyway, I know you're wondering, right now it's about 63 degrees. A little bit of wind is gorgeous. Other leg. Glad I waited for Sunday to film this versus yesterday. I would have been blown into the neighbor's yard. Reverse. Still standing tall, holding in that gem. You know, people ask, what should I do for my core? What should I do? What should I do? Everybody get some water while I'm explaining about your core. Greg, can you go get my water? Don't hit stop. I'm going to talk to him a little bit about core. So, as we sit in a chair, any chair, usually we can sit so that your back is not getting support from the back of the chair. Now, when you're in a couch, that's very hard. It sinks you down in, and you are just at the mercy of the comfort of the couch. However, if you have a chair like this, you can work your abdominals. Even when you're eating, you're sitting tall, getting lots of good space for food to come down and start digesting. So I want you to think of this. When you're driving, you can be driving sitting tall. I want you to focus on the road more than your abs. But, thank you. But you will always be thinking about your core. Even when you're shopping, you can walk with that cart nice and tall, pull your shoulders back. You can be working your core. So we are going to start by picking up our weights. So I want you to find your weights, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, whatever, 20s. I tell people who say that silver sneaker's too easy, I say just get heavier weights and do what we're doing and make sure you're keeping everything controlled. It's a hard class. So just keep bumping it up if it starts to feel easy. Now, if you have any shoulder trouble, don't add that weight. Just go ahead and go through the motions that we're doing without the weight, and hold in your core nice and tightly so that you're staying balanced. So go ahead and pick up your weights, keeping your chin lifted, your head above your heart, and you may start seated, you may stay seated, moving those legs a little bit as we do heels. You can be here, or you may be standing. Can you still see me, Gray?
I can see your face.
My face? Can you see my feet?
Well, I can barely see your face, but I can see your feet.
All right, the most important thing here is probably my upper body. So I'm going to stay still. We're going to start with some shoulder circles. That's a mouthful. Shoulder circles. Up, back, and down. Really accentuate the back and the down, using those muscles to squeeze through your back muscles. Your back muscles to squeeze through your back muscles. Does that sound redundant? A little bit. All right, and now warming up the front part of the shoulders. Now, if that bothers your shoulders, you can add a slight bend to the elbow. Makes it a little lighter, easier on the shoulders. Let's do 8 more. 7. Are your diamonds in? 6. 5. How many more?
4.
Yes. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Now, if this bothers your low back, I want you to always remember this stance here with one foot back, the other foot forward. That's going to put immediate support into your low back. Also, it helps tuck those hips under a little. All right, ready for some punches. We're going to punch forward and back. Again, depending on the weight that you have, you might be punching forward further, a little more challenging. To the core, tight through the core. Exhale on that punch. Inhale as you're coming back in. Let's do 4 more. 3. Now, my front leg's getting a little tired, so let's go over to the other side of our chair. Are we good, Gray? Okay. Now, so the other leg is forward. More weight is in that leg. So we're actually practicing balance a little bit. Let's switch our weights now. Palms are up. Same thing, and we're going to extend out and in. This is called the waiter. Yes. Can you imagine the waiter bringing you some bread? Or some calamari? Maybe some
Margaritas.
burritos.
Margaritas.
Oh, margaritas. Shh. And 4 more. 3, 2, 1. All right, back to the right side of your chairs. Now, I'm sure you were all thinking about what you were doing on the extension. Were you thinking about what you were doing on the pull back? That is important for our posture. So let's just focus on that part. Both arms are going to squeeze through the shoulder blades. Let's do 10 of these. 9, 8, 7. See how your chest is pulling forward as your back muscles are squeezing. It helps open up through those back muscles are able to squeeze around the spine. All right, let's drop one of our weights down, wiggling that finger a little bit, the hands, the fingers. Now, focused on one arm, we are gonna do an overhead press. So you'll know if this will work or not, if you've had shoulder trouble and you wanna do this with just the range of motion and no weight, you may do that. Let's start with forward leg, your left leg, my right leg, but it's your left. Drop down, come up to shoulder and press above head. Bring it back down to shoulder and drop to the side. So it's up, lift, come to shoulder, drop. Up, lift, shoulder, drop. Can you hear the birds singing? Up, lift, shoulder, and down. 4 more, because that was 8. And 3 more. Hold that gem tight. Here's 2 more. And if this bothers the knee, just bring that in a little closer. Hold on to the chair if you need. Do we have one more? Why not? Up, press, in, and drop. Walk over to the other side. Of course, we'll do your left leg front, right leg back. There's an airplane now. All right, so same thing. We drop down. Now feel free to just keep those legs still. You don't have to be doing that lunge. Come up, press, come shoulder, drop side. Come up, press, go shoulder and side and lift. Press, shoulder, side. This is 4, I think. Good. Here's 5. And 6, we'll make it halfway there. And 7. And 8. Can you hear me exhaling? 9. Exhale on that push over the head. And 10. Good. 11. Last one is 12. Good. We're going to drop the weights and do a little bit with our legs to the chair. But first, let's get some water. I'm hoping that so Gray, leave it running. Grayson is my cameraman, and he's helping out so much just to make sure my head doesn't get cut off. And make sure I have water. Now, if I were to be there right now with you and I'd ask, how are you feeling? I hope you're not cheating and just sitting there smiling going, she has no idea if I'm doing this or not. I want you to be feeling this. I want you to feel that your intensity level is somewhere around a 5. Look at the chart over there on the wall, right in front of where you'd see the pool. And you'll see a chart, and it describes how you're feeling. So cheers. So for a break, I encourage you to have a seat. Let yourself catch your breath. If your muscles are a little bit tired, just do, if you need some stretching, you could stretch through those legs. So that's good. We've done our weights now, and I never hit start. I have no idea how long we're going for. Greg, how long does it say?
17 minutes.
Okay, so we're well into our class now. We are going to transition to our bands. So I want everybody to find their bands that are, now you have different colors. So yellow would be the least resistive. Then it goes green, red. I don't even think we have blue, which is really mean and tough. So mine are purple, which is, I would say, somewhere in between a yellow and a green. So different brands have different colors, but make sure that your band is not looking like it's getting cuts in it. All right, so those hands are going to go through the handles. Then I want you to come down on the band. Palms are going to be down on the band. All right, now feel free to be seated or standing comfortably. I'm going to stay seated, I think. Gray, can you see me in the chair? Okay. All right, so we're going to start with just raising our bands up to about maybe just above forehead level, I think. Then with a little bit of resistance, you're going to be dropping that band and lifting. Feeling those shoulders a little bit. But as you do this, your arms stay straight. Your abdominals are tight. So actually, I want you to feel this more through your abdominals. So if you're really pulling out hard on this band, you might feel it more in your shoulders. So not as much, just those abdominals. 4 more. 3. Sitting tall, holding that gem. It's a diamond. 1. Good. Now we're going to come about halfway and we're going to do some truck driving. All right. So pretending like we're driving this big steering wheel of a truck. Okay. Are you feeling those shoulders yet? I am. Oh my goodness. If not, maybe a little more tug. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. All right, let's give our shoulders a little break. And take this band in the middle. You're going to grab the middle of the band, put the middle over your shoelace, wrap underneath the foot, so we have this protective loop right there. That way, if you forget or you get those feet a little bit too flexed, it's not going to come off and hit you in the head. All right. So from there, we're going to drop our foot down. Good. Cameraman is making adjustments. Might be a little wobbly right now. Good. All right. So we're going to do some biceps with our foot holding the band. So it's going to be a curl, release, curl, release. Here's 8, 7, 6. Now if your band is not resistive enough, you can grab down a little bit, but keep holding these handles so that you're not going to be pulling up on your skin and getting that skin torn by the rubber. And one more. Good. All right. So now what I want to do is go into our leg work. So we're going to put our balls somewhere else, like that, keeping our heads above our hearts. Like that. Come back in your chairs a little bit. I lied. Come forward in your chairs to the very end if you can. Yes, great. You're making loud, squeaky sounds.
Sorry.
Okay, so from here, I want you to just bounce that leg. And as you're bouncing, enjoy the bounce. But I also want you to feel that your abdominals are keeping that tight. As I bounce, my cameraman's going to be so good to me. And go find me a visor. Can you find me that blue visor? I think I took it off in the car. 3 more, 2, 1. And then rotate that foot out. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Thank you, Gray. 8, 7, 6, still sitting tall. 5 and 4. 3, are you feeling that yet? 1, now we get to bend. Oh, just hold that and then push and bend and push and bend and push and bend. 4 more. Exhale, inhale. 2 more and 1. Bend and drop down. All right, you should have felt this many places, including our inner thighs, our quads, abdominals, and our arm from holding that. All right, switch in legs. Now remember, we did a set of bicep curls. Bicep curls are not my favorite. I know you see everybody at the gym doing bicep curls because they want to go like this and show their muscles. But everything we do, everything we're doing in life is using biceps. They're strong, they really are. What we need to strengthen are our back muscles. So I do biceps just to be one of those trainers who does, you know, the things you want to do. Thank you. But we really are working on our back muscles 99.9% of the time in this class. Thank you. Oh, so much better. Okay, I'm not complaining that it's sunny. I'm a redhead. I can't handle it. Okay, so let's do biceps. However, we are going to do across the body bicep curls. Like this, and this, and this, crossing. Good, let's do 8 of these. 7, 6, exhaling on the hard part, which is now. 3, sitting tall, hold the gem in, and 1, take a break. Alrighty, am I still in view, Grayson?
Your shoe is like that.
Okay, well, I'm lifting leg. There we go. All right, hold that and just bounce. But don't let me see you bouncing. We're not riding a horse here. We are trying to feel that leg working. Abdominals are keeping it from bouncing too much. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Turned out. Let's just do 8 of these. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we get to bend. Yes. But did you start into that collapsing mode? I sure did. So sit tall and then press. And tall and press. If that band is not resistive enough, you just grab down a little bit further so that when you push, you feel that resistance. How many more? Good. Let's do it. Four more. 3. Try not to let your hips twist. You get tired and you kind of let that leg take your body. Don't let it. And 1 more. And drop down. Nice job. Let's get some water again. And we'll do some chest presses. I'll show both sitting and standing for you. All right, so how are we doing, everybody? What's your number? I hear some 4s, some 5s. What do you hear, Gray?
Some 3s and 4s.
Some 3s and 4s. Good. I hope there's that many people here. And I'm sorry I couldn't come and sub. Right now I'm at the trails doing a class called Journey to Wellness for cancer survivors and patients. So we're doing water work over there right now. Okay, so we're gonna bring this band behind our backs. I'm not sure how mine got there, but somehow it got there. It's behind my back. It's underneath my underpits. Now this band is pretty loose for me, so I am going to grab a big loop in it and then recenter it and then try that. A little bit more. I want a little bit more resistance. We're going to do about 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Now, in fact, you know what I want to do? I want to do 1 set of each side doing our presses, and then we'll come back to sitting. Okay, so if you're staying seated, you're going to be here, pressing like that. If you're standing, come to the right side of your chairs. Gray, am I still in the view? Good, okay. So let's just start with a little bit of a heel forward, opposite heel to arm pressing. Now you'll feel that through your belly a little bit because you're using those crisscross applesauce muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Now we're going to do both arms together. Lifting 1 knee at a time. We'll alternate those knees like this. Adding that push forward, pull back. Push, pull. Push, push, pull. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Okay. Good. All right. Now, what I'd like to do is continue working the chest, but we're going to feel it through the back as well and a little bit into the arms. So I'm trying to keep my band with the same resistance. All right. So, Grayson, am I centered still? Okay. All right. Now, what it is bringing those elbows in to our back muscles. So you'll see that my arms, my hands are back. They're not here, but I'm using those back muscles to squeeze to squeeze the back around the spine and pull forward the chest. So we're gonna just extend out and pull in and out and in. As we do that, let's add a kick of the leg, drop down, kick, drop. Now we're adding a lot more abdominal muscle work. Good. If that's too much on the low back, you're gonna sit back further in the chair and you'll realize, oh, that's a nicer, easier on the low back. Let's do 6 more. 5. Gray, why is that chair squeaking? 4.
Oh, good.
3. Grayson's gonna move chairs. 3 and 2, 1. There. Sit forward. Drop that chin down to the chest and head back up. Drop the chin down and back up. I hope you feel that good stretch through the upper back muscles. And 1 more. Good. All right. I'd like to do our jumping jacks now. We don't need our bands for now, so just set those either under your chair or back behind the back of your chair. Okay. Gray, how much time do we have left? Or what? How much have we used?
31 minutes.
31 minutes. So we have about 10 minutes more and then we'll do some stretching. Good. So we'll finish up with our jumping jacks. Actually, everybody get some water. Let me know how you're doing.
Good.
Okay. And then your ball. We need our ball for our jumping jacks. All right. So first of all, so get your water. Get your water. Ah, that's a nice breeze.
Don't blow up. Don't blow over my camera.
Let's see if the ball will show which way the wind's blowing.
Or not.
No, it died down, I think. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, it's moving.
Okay, it is moving. That worked well. Okay, sitting tall in that chair. First off, I want your hands to get ready because a lot of times our grippers get lazy. Well, I won't say lazy. Sometimes we've got arthritis here or in the fingers, and it's hard to squeeze onto a ball. So I want you to just get warmed up. So you're feeling those grippers ready to go. It might need a little bit of massage. Here we go. All right, and then squeeze, release. As we do those hand warm-ups, let's take one heel up and over. So as if we are, let's pretend like our pets, maybe, what are some good pet names? Tiger and lioness are right in front of us. I'm sure you have a pet that does that, right in front of your feet or to the side. So up and over, up and over.
Or Archie.
Archie.
And Belmo.
And Belmo. Now we're gonna lift and lower as we work those legs up and over. Still holding in that diamond like crazy. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now when we start our jumping jacks, because our hips are ready, our hips are warmed up. So a jumping jack looks like this, open, close, right? But if you have trouble with low back, I would rather you go open, open, close, close. So there's never a point when both feet are up in the air at the same time. That'll support your low back better. So open, open, in, open, open, in, and then you can go the other way if you want. Otherwise, both feet together, jumping jack. How long should we do, Grayson? How many seconds? How about 30 seconds? We can do this. All right, now, as our legs are opening and closing, ready, set, go. We're gonna bring the ball up and out to the sides. Good. Don't worry, I'm counting. Grayson, don't do that, please.
Sorry, it's just a blow. A bug flew on me.
All right, now you should feel your abdominals working like crazy. Make sure your gem is not popping out. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let's get a stretch through those inner thighs, groin muscles. Good. All right, something else we love to do with the ball. Mermaid series. I love these. Okay, let's start by warming up the inner thighs, which the groin muscles are warm, that's for sure. Inner thighs. Put your feet together as you place the ball right here above your knees. Sitting tall, because again, all of this is related. So the more you are holding in your gem, squeezing the inner thighs, the more you're working your abdominals as well. In, release. So we're really squeezing on this ball. 4 more slow. 3 and 2. Last one. Now shorter, faster. Let's do 10 to 20 seconds. How about 15 seconds? Go. Are you feeling this yet?
Yep.
Yep. Gray, you're not doing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that. Okay, now that is functional, sort of, but how often do you need to be having strong inner thighs in a seated position? Not often. But when we're standing, we do. So I want everybody to slide back in their chairs. Place this ball in between your feet. Grayson's gonna make sure that you can see my feet right now. Okay?
Yep.
So you're seeing my feet. Can you see my belly? Sitting tall. All right, so we're squeezing in on that ball, sitting tall, and we're wiggling. This is called the mermaid. Yes. So we're squeezing, we're wiggling. Oh, you're starting to feel that. You're also working these muscles of your thigh that are in charge of tracking the kneecaps. The big muscles of the quads, these big ones, are more for power. These little VMOs are for tracking, and we are done with that, don't you think? Okay. Bring that ball up. We're going to sit to the front of our chairs again. Squeeze on that ball. Grayson's lifting me up, sort of. Little pause as he finds us again.
Gotta shake the camera up again.
Don't hit pause. Just keep it going. So you got to spread the tripod legs. All 3 of them. We're getting set.
Let's see.
Set and ready and
Almost ready.
almost ready.
Do I need to see your feet right now?
Nope.
Okay.
No need to see feet. Okay.
We're good.
Okay, so palms to the ball, squeezing on this ball. Now, rather than letting your wrists be at 90 degrees like this, all that's going to do is cause stress on those wrists. We don't need that. So drop your elbows down, and then as you're squeezing in on this ball, you will feel it more through those chest muscles. Your abdominals will even feel it if you're holding in your diamond. And squeeze, 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 release, squeeze, 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 release, squeeze, 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 squeeze. One more, squeeze, 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 relax. All right, so now from there, we've gotten our chest muscles warmed up, well, our pectorals. We're gonna now squeeze and twist, twist, twist. Now, it's a little tricky to not let your knees go in that opposite direction. So widen your stance so that really what you're feeling is mostly through your belly. 8, 7, 6, 5. How many, class? 2 more. 1. Good. All right. Let's do some tilt. So that was for those internal obliques, a little bit into the external. Let's go for the muscles that help pull in and support your pelvic floor. All right, so I'm gonna turn in my chair so you can see what I'm doing. Gray, hold the ball for a second. All right, so I'm turned like this. I'm getting some water. Okay, ball. Okay. So you will be seated almost all the way back in your chair. Place your ball right behind your belly button. Whoop, same line as your belly button. 4 more minutes?
40. Whoa.
Oh, we're at 40. Okay, this is good. We got 5 more minutes. Okay. So sitting tall. Now I'm going to pull my shirt tightly so hopefully you can see what's going on. My diamond is in, but I'm going to really pull that diamond in so that my low back will squash the ball. And then I release. I'm not using my shoulders to go back like this, but I'm pulling in, my hips tuck under a little, and I release. And then again, release. It's almost as if I just got punched in the belly, and I go, whoo, like that. And my shoulders, they're not going to cave forward, but that's kind of how it feels. Now, you might be feeling a lot of work through your legs, so I want you to try to keep light on your feet so that you're not pushing through the feet, but you're really tight through your belly. Let's try a little bit shorter, faster. 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3. I wonder how much battery I have left. And 1. Relax. All right, everybody, it is time for our stretching. We'll do our stretching. Okay. So I'm going to come back around to face you. Gray's going to take my ball. And there we are. Can you see my feet, Grayson? Can you see my feet?
Yep.
You see? Okay. Did you back it up? Did you
I tilted it.
tilted it? Okay. So we're going to come to the edge of our seats again, take a heel out, and the toes are up. Want you to sit tall up out of your waist and then pull your chest forward. We're stretching through a muscle, very important to stretch. People get sore low backs, and that can be contributed to or from tight hamstrings. They kind of play together. If you want a little bit more stretch, reach out over that toe, but make sure the toe is pointed up. And smile, because that tells the muscle that this is good. This doesn't feel great, but it's okay. It's good for us. Now, bring that foot in. Other heel goes out. Toes are up. Sit tall up out of your waist and then pull the chest forward. Take nice deep breaths. Good. You want to hold a stretch between 10 and 30 seconds is what I've heard. So how do you decide? Well, do I do 10 or do I do 30?
25.
25 maybe. It depends on how tight your muscles are. If you've never stretched before, it's going to take 30 seconds for those muscles to limber up enough. But if it's an area you're used to stretching all the time, it might only take 10. But try to keep it as long as you can, because it'll sometimes move from one spot to then start stretching downstream, so to speak. All right, let's take one heel out. This is going to lengthen through the leg, so the inner thigh. So make sure you're supporting the low back with hands on that bent knee. Pull forward, feel that through here. Breathe breathing deeply. And come up, pull that leg in, other heel out. Sitting tall, hands on that leg. You could even do hands, one on each leg. Just make sure you feel secure on your chair.
Ball? Do you need it?
Nope. But I don't want you to throw it. And release that. Let's take our legs together, but bring this leg up over the other leg. If that does not feel good on your hips, basically what we're trying to do is get the knees to fall to the side so we feel that through the hips. So bring that up if that feels good. Sitting tall, feel that pull right back in here in a good way. Was that 30 seconds, Grayson? Okay. Switch legs. Other side.
It's at 46.
Uh-oh, we've gone over a minute. If anybody needs a note for being late, April will write you a note. She will.
Should I pause?
Nope. Because we must finish our stretch or we'll walk out of here crooked. No more bounces. And release that. Circle the shoulders. Open up through the arms, pulling those hands back. Give yourself a hug. Drop the chin down. And up, open up through those hands again. One more hug. Drop the chin. And open, one more, dropping those hands, arms, ear to shoulder. Head up, over, other ear to shoulder. And up, and whatever we missed, you may go and stretch that part. Thank you for coming today, and we will see you on another Monday at 1 o'clock. Bye-bye.